Scorpio, this is going to be your love check-in for the second half of September. This is for my Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It helps out my channel. If you are new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal readings. The info is in the description box of the video. There is a wait for a reading with me, guys, so if you want to explore your options, I put links to my affiliates in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 if you deposit $20 with a reader. Check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you wanted to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. Scorpio, let's do check-in. Person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? Projected potential outcome for second half of September. For anyone that's new, I say potential because on this channel I infuse the law of assumption into my readings. Creation is finished. Anything that you can imagine already exists. Your desires are meant for you. This is a check-in and one version of you and the situation and the person that you have manifested and selected out of the infinite. And if you would like to manifest it differently, it only requires a reselection and a shift in your state, the version of you that you're being, your state of consciousness, and a reselection of the situation and the person. Please go and look at some of the posts that I've done. I like to teach as I read as well, and there are great coaches on YouTube, and you can read Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, and my regulars know what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, let's take a look. The person on Scorpio's mind, how do they feel about Scorpio as we move through the second half of September? The Judgment card's in the reverse, so there's a little bit of this indecision. And the Five of Swords to me tells me that maybe there has been some clashing maybe on the direction forward, or communication clashes, something like that. But we do have the Sun card, Scorpio. We do have the Five of Cups, and we have a Temperance card. This could be a very slow going kind of a situation. Now there could be this sort of sense of patience or maybe impatience because this could be taking time. There's also an aspect of, on one hand, Scorpio, I think that this is a situation that brings joy and happiness with that Sun card. But then we also have Five of Cups, some spilt cups. So there could be some losses. Now, for some of you, this is taking time because I did see that Five of Swords, and I'm going to stick to what I channel when I open. The Five of Swords could be clashes between the two of you and tensions, and it could be coming down to unhealed stuff from the past. Five of Cups. Unhealed stuff between the two of you that just keeps coming up. Or I would say unhealed stuff from the past that's being projected into the present situation and causing clashes. Make sense? Yeah, because there's an Eight of Cups in the reverse. So there could be that there's a bit of a disconnect energy between the two of you. On the other hand, there's an unwillingness to kind of completely walk away. And Scorpio, for some of you, in fact, most of you, you'll be getting some kind of a return with this situation, okay? But then there's a Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's an unwillingness to disconnect, but there's also a feeling like, are we on the same page? And I called that out with that Five of Swords I channeled. It's like there's clashes, communication issues, or questions around, are we cooperating? And there could be, like I said, that clash is causing regrets between the two of you, or past stuff that's happened is like maybe negative assumption, like you're not cooperating with me. And that could be communication issues. I'm going to get some more details on it. And your side of the street, Scorpio, saying all my reads is going to be more relevant because they're just your mirror. They're you pushed out. They have independent thoughts and feelings, etc. But even those shift when you change your dominant assumptions about them and project different thoughts and assumptions onto the situation, the person, and shift into the version of you that has the desired outcome and the version of the person that you want, okay? It's not mind control. It's just shifting into another version, okay? All right, yeah, there's that Five of Swords. I was going on and on about it, that I saw it and channeled it while I was shuffling, and there it is. Tension, clashing. Now, there's also regrets potentially around the clashes between the two of you, as I said. Maybe there were words exchanged that have caused disappointment or regrets between the two of you. There could have been an impatient energy. Are we on the same page? Are we cooperating? Now, not giving you shit, Scorpio, playing devil's advocate, only this version. They might have felt like you're not really cooperating with them. And, maybe they got impatient, or they said something, reacted in some kind of a way, or you did, and then that caused them to kind of feel, I don't know, you know, regrets or loss or something, or it could have triggered something from their past as well. Five of Cups is spilt cups in the past. So this person could have some negative assumptions about relationships that's been projected into this situation, and now that's caused a clash. Conversely, Scorpio, you could be the same. So you only need to focus on changing you and selecting a new version of them, okay? We don't need to wait for someone to heal, and I don't care about this patience and timing card either. If this is something that feels very slow going, if you want it now and you want a different version and a better version, Scorpio, it's available. All things exist. Already explained that. So let's have a look. Eight of Wands, there's communication, Scorpio. So I do see that there's a wanting to come out of this like loss, regret between the two of you. There's messages, news, communication. Scorpio, there's opportunity here for a renewal. Ace of Pentacles. On the other hand, they're feeling like the blindfold's on, whether or not that's available. Like, so there could be questions around like, are we on the same page when it comes to stability, commitments? Can we renew this? Can we solidify this? And the Six of Cups. So there's a wanting to reconcile and a reunion type energy, but there's been some indecision. This person could feel like you've been very indecisive, or, you know, or they assumed that. They assumed you're not choosing or not deciding, and then that maybe made them very reactive. And that could be Six of Cups, their history, their past. So that could be what has caused, you know, the rift between the two of you. But also they're kind of blind as to where you're at and what you actually want. So are you on the same page? Not sure, but not disconnected from you, Scorpio. You just need to decide what you want, Scorpio. So you might be making assumptions. They're undecided. They might feel like you're undecided. Doesn't even fucking matter what they think and feel, guys. I already explained. You just need to decide, okay? So we've got the Six of Cups. So this is reconciliation potentially, and wanting to balance things out, make things right, okay? Now, Justice card. There could be a feeling of unfairness or something's out of balance. This person could be feeling like, you know, they've been doing more and you've been doing less, vice versa. You could feel that about them. Cooperation. There seems to have been a lack of cooperation. So the focus is wanting to have balance and a new start. They seem to be focused on wanting something committed and stable. They're not sure maybe whether you're on that, that's what you want, okay? There has been a Tower. And there has been a Knight of Wands. So the Tower is coming down to, are we on the same page? Do we feel the same way? This is taking time. I'm getting impatient. Knight of Wands, passion, but hot, maybe hot and cold, in, out, stop, start, and clashes around that. Not seeing eye to eye, not speaking the same language. Now, for some of you, you know, there's a history that involves marriage, divorce, or legal matters. And that has caused maybe a stuckness or a stagnancy in really moving forward and committing to this situation, okay? Because there's unhealed stuff from the past, as I already explained. But then that could have caused a Tower between the two of you. Someone could have reacted with that Tower and the Knight of Wands. Negative assumption, like a projection of, you know, questions around, you know, do you really want me? You're not choosing, you're not deciding, something like that, guys. More importantly, we're going to look at your side of the street. Definitely news, communication, opportunity. I think this person wants to solidify things with you, new start. They find that you make them very happy. We've got Leo energy, Sagittarius. We've got you, Scorpio, as the Tower. The Tower is also what's not working must go. So as far as the connection, wanting cooperation, you know, maybe this person's looking to heal some stuff within themselves. Again, we don't even need to focus on if they're going to heal or not heal, guys. Differently to other tarot readers, I'm going to tell you, you just need to assume that this person is this way. They're ready. They want you. They're the best version. You have to hold them dominantly, the version of them that you want. With your mind, don't try to change this version. Okay, there's a version available that's healthy, healed, and you guys get along great and it's perfect. And just as there's a version of you that's different if you have unhealed stuff or things you're trying to release or trauma, guys. Okay, for my newbies, you may not grasp what I'm saying, but for the regulars, they understand where I'm going with this. Okay, so the Tower card, there's been upheaval. There's sort of maybe a negative assumption like, are you playing? Are you not serious about me? Or are you undecided? and impatience because of burdens around reciprocity. Six of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, there's a situation where there are actually burdens connected to legal matters, marriage, divorce. Children could be in the mix, because Six of Pentacles would be, you know, needing to support financially maybe other energies. And that's creating imbalance in your situation. This could also be like lack of reciprocity and sort of codependent patterns. So this person could be feeling they're not getting the validation from you. You could feel you're not getting the validation from them. That could create clashing. Yeah, so we would need to change the assumption. No, this person, they're adoring, they're loving, they're so consistent, they give me so much attention. If you're the one that's reacting and pulling away from this because you're feeling that this person is triggering something in you, and vice versa, you could be triggering something in them. That exactly what I said just now, and I just looked down, lack of validation, Six of Wands. This person is feeling that something is weighing on this connection, and they're not feeling like they get maybe the validation or the attention, or they're questioning whether this could be successful because it's something about reciprocity. Maybe they just question it's a self-esteem thing or a self-concept issue. They don't believe that love is returned. And they are still your mirror, Scorpio. So, you know, let's look at your side of the street. Maybe you have that assumption as well, and that creates a dynamic between the two of you. So we want to quantum shift out of this version and this timeline and move into a new story, okay? All right, Scorpio, how do you feel about them? 10 of Wands. Burdens. There's a lot weighing on this situation. It feels quite heavy. Stress, Scorpio. The world, some of you, there's issues to do with travel that are playing into this. But also it's about cycles. Maybe you just want to close out an old cycle. Hanged Man in the reverse. It's been stuck. Lover's card, you do feel a strong connection. You want to come unstuck. And you want to come out of the stress. Nine of Swords is in the reverse. How do you feel about this person, Scorpio? Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So you both kind of want a new start and you want something stable and committed. There's a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you are disconnecting from a situation that was non-committal, or you question whether this person is loyal or committed to you in some kind of a way, because Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is like, would be a loyal, stable, committed queen. But you both seem to want to have a commitment, something solid and stable. Eight of Pentacles, you want to work on things. Now, for some of you, you've put effort in the past and you got a bad result. You felt like the loyalty or the commitment wasn't returned. And so that could be this kind of maybe feeling hesitant and creating this sort of energy between the two of you. I feel like this person could be mirroring you with all the losses and the spilt cups. Yeah, Page of Cups and the Four of Swords. Like, things have been sort of at a rest, but you want to move, maybe, you know, maybe you're hoping they're going to make an offer, Page of Cups, or you want to make a gesture. There's definitely a communication coming through. I think this person wants to talk to you. So, you know, Page of Cups would be also potentially apologies if there's been a clash. There's wanting to put effort into the situation, it seems like, Scorpio. So you are still invested in this and you want to take things in a new direction, Page of Wands and the World. Close out a cycle where there's been disconnect, feeling left out in the cold, and you've got Two of Swords, but it's in the reverse. They're still feeling like this is stuck. So if they feel you're indecisive, you want to come out of this indecisive energy, or if you feel they've not been, it's been stuck, not moving because it appears to be indecision, you want to come out of that. You seem to, on one level, want the same things, but you're interpreting each other as not wanting the same thing. Does that make sense, Scorpio? Like, because Five of Swords is always, to me, you're not, it's like, are we speaking the same language? Are we on the same page? And I would say this is projection of old shit into the current situation that then causes blow-ups and triggering and then disconnect, and then there's opportunity to do it differently. Do you know what I mean, Scorpio? Okay, new opportunity, taking things in a new direction, okay? Now, for some of you, you know, there's a question here around loyalty. Now, that could be, you know, Page of Wands can be flirtations and stuff. So for some of you, there might be this fear or this belief or assumption that one is less committed than the other, or one is not reciprocating, or that's an old story. So it's going to come down to whatever you're assuming about them, as I explained. So you can just say, if you want this and you want this commitment, you both seem to want to have a solid commitment. All you would need to do is, we're better than ever. We have the most stable, loving, loyal, committed relationship. There's no one else, etc., etc. So look at revision and look at eliminating third parties, look at being chosen, all the topics on YouTube, guys, and some of the other material I've posted. Page of Wands, new perspectives, taking things in a new direction. You also might be thinking about the long-term vision, 10 of Pentacles. So this would be a new start or a new phase, Ace of Pentacles. And you've got 8 of Pentacles, wanting to put effort in. So effort needs to be put in to hit the 10, right? And they've got 6. So it's like they've been feeling okay with reciprocity and maybe cooperation, but 3 of Pentacles is in the reverse. If there was cooperation and reciprocity, then there's new start, you know what I mean? And opportunity, you're probably seeing opportunity for something stable and committed and long-term. So you see, I think it's about closing out this cycle of feeling disconnected and a loss, okay? Now, for some of you, finances are playing very heavy into this. I already explained, so that could be a burden. You know, 5 of Pentacles. You could be very work-focused, Scorpio, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. For those of you where there have been legal matters or children and exes in the mix, that could have led to a loss of finances. And now that's, you know, created some hesitancy or some stress. I mean, we've got pages on the table that can also be children. But this has been very stuck or stagnant. And I think you want to come out of that. And I do see communication. And I do see you both have an opportunity for a new start that actually looks solid and committed. So let me just get some cards on how this person's feeling and what they want with you as we move through second half of September. Interesting, Scorpio. New beginnings. And then we have the grounded card, the grounding card. Ace of Pentacles is about solid, grounded, you know, stable commitments and connections. Okay, so grounding, stability and security. So maybe you both trigger each other's insecurities and you both want to come out of that, and there's opportunity to do that. Okay, growth and endurance. Okay, there's been triggering, resentments and triggers, perception. Interesting. It says karmic relationship, guys. I'm not going to go into qualifying karmics and soulmates and all this crap. I have my own perspective on this. There's versions of people that we experience. There's still our mirror. They're us pushed out. Now, you could have had previous toxic relationships, and now there's fear, and now there's a lot, and this person as well, and there could be projection of that. It's the perception. So that's what I think is relevant. So that creates triggering. Okay, old story. So the mirror starts to like morph into the version of something else, and then creates tension, because we do have blowing kisses, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. But then we have the golden mirror, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. There's questions around stability. There's questions around, is the love returned? Is this balanced? Is this reciprocal? And you both could have had that experience outside of this connection, and now you're projecting that on one another. And whatever, guys, if for those that want it, if you want this differently, just select another version. It's absolutely return the love. You're getting half here. The part of you that thinks that this person loves you and wants you, that's absolutely in existence. There's a version of you in this person. That's all you have. And then there's the version of you that thinks, oh, I can't trust, it's not safe, they're so self-absorbed, they don't really want me, blah, 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 okay? Because we've got the Phoenix, new phase and rekindle, renew and growth, change mind. So this would be the new beginning with have faith, love is coming, Cupid's arrow, struck by love, and then soulmates. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. Okay, guys, so there is a renewal coming through. What's gotten in the way of the heart space is old shit and issues and unhealed wounds. We don't need to over focus. I don't need you guys to go and do endless shadow work, and I don't need you to assume that this person has endless shadow work, because guys, whatever you assume and believe to be true, if you're like that person needs to heal for this to be a healthy relationship, well, yeah, you're on a timeline where that's the case. You can just say, no, we're ready, we're better than ever. They will mirror back to you what you dominantly assume, and the version of you that you're being, and the version of them that you hold them, you know, how you see them, okay? yes, will make sense when you look more into law of assumption and conscious manifesting. Okay, guys, I hope that resonated for you, Scorpio. And if so, you can let me know in the comments, give me a like, and I will check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.